Hey guys, what's up? It's Kita, and this could possibly be the worst video ever put up on my channel because one, I'm recording this on my phone. Two, this is very spontaneous. Literally, I've been trying to film this video for like a couple days now, but I've been busy and haven't just been lazy. And my camera, the battery is completely dead, and I didn't want to wait for it to charge, so I'm just filming it on my phone, so yeah, whatever. And also, it's almost the 4th of July, so if you hear fireworks in the background, I'm sorry. Let me just start off this video by saying I've never done a story time in my whole entire life, so I'm sorry if I suck at it. I suck at telling stories in real life. Like, I can't say a whole sentence without saying the word like or 6,000 times, so I apologize. This could be really terrible. But anyways, let me just start the story time. So I went to Florida for a vacation with my family, and it was around the time that X had passed away. So the first day we got there, he well, his Instagram, I'm sure it's like his mom or something now who controls his Instagram account, but basically there was a picture posted on his Instagram saying they were having like a memorial for like his fans and whatever, and it was in Florida. And we were in Florida for vacation, so I was like, oh my god, like that'd be amazing, like I would love to go to that. I might as well. I'm in Florida. And I loved him, my sister loved him, we loved his music. It was very different, very like, it was like alternative slash rap, like it was just different, and I loved him. I loved his music. I also loved his vlogs. Just hearing him speak literally was like mesmerizing. Like I love his vlogs, and I'll link them in the description box down below because just what he says, how he explains life, and how it's just very touching. But anyways, so we were in Florida for our vacation, and the day comes, or it was the memorial, whatever. So where I was in Florida, it was about an hour and 20 minutes away. So me and my sister got a ride to the convention center where it was. It was like, I think it was like a hockey rink actually, like where like the hockey players in Florida, like, you know, have their games, matches, what, I don't know sports, okay, so don't come for me. Like in a convention center. And so we first get there, and I realized that on the actual posts and like the advertisements for the memorial said like you can't bring any cell phones, you can't bring any cameras. So I was like, okay, like I guess, like I'm sure his friends who are also like celebrities are gonna be there, and I'm sure they're not gonna want pictures with fans during this time. So we leave our phones in the car, we walk up, and there's a line outside of the building. So first of all, it's Florida, it's hot, and I'm from Pennsylvania where it's not like, the weather's not like that all the time, so you know, I wasn't really used to it, so it was really hot. But I was like, no, like I'm gonna stay in this line, like this is a one-in-a-lifetime chance. So we're there, we're in line. We stand outside for about 20 minutes in line before they open the doors. So they open the doors to the convention center, and you walk in, and then there is metal detectors. So you have to walk through the metal detectors. I'm sure they're just making sure you don't have phones or anything like that, because they warned the people, like if you bring your phone to the door, you're just gonna get kicked out and you're not gonna be able to come back. So we go through the metal detector, and then inside there is another line, and it's actually, you know how like in usual convention centers, like they have the center where the actual event is going on, then the outside is like hallways where they have like food and stuff like that. So the line was wrapped around the whole outside of the convention center, like in the hall. So this line was going pretty slow, I'd say. We waited in line for about 3 hours. I guess like one of the workers there, the security guards, were saying that X's family had come in to see him one last time. So I was like, okay, like I guess like they're allowed to do that. But then I was like, wait, like it hit me, like this isn't just like a memorial, this is like a funeral. Like I'm about to see his body. Like it was crazy. So we stood in line for about 3 hours, And then we finally get into the center of the convention center. We walk down the stairs, and then inside there is a long line, like it's like taped off kind of, and it was like in a zigzag, like up onto the stage. And then on the stage they had X's casket, open casket. They had 2 security guards on each end of it, and then in front of the stage they actually had like a section with like chairs, which I'm guessing was for like his family and friends and everything like that. So we get into the convention center, like the actual part where we get to see him, and there's so many people, there is so many types of people. Like seeing all his fans really showed me how many different type of people his music attracted and how many different type of people actually listen to him. Like I looked over and saw a black dude with dreads, looked over and saw a gothic girl with freaking, her hair was all on her face, so she was kind of scary, but I don't judge, do you. But then there was like a group of people like wearing Gucci, and like you could tell they were just like rich, and I was like, wow, like there is a lot of different type of people here. Like it was just really amazing and really cool to see. Once you got in, that's when it really like hit me, like whoa, like this is actually really depressing. They were like, they had these 4 screens on, like in the middle of the convention center, like on the ceiling, that were playing like videos of him, and like they were like playing his music, and everyone, you just look around and see everyone like singing along, and everyone's like crying, and I was trying to hold myself together, but once I see somebody else cry, I'm like, okay, like let me get myself together. So I was okay until I started seeing other people start to cry, because like it was so depressing, just because they were playing his music, they were playing videos of him like laughing and like having fun with his friends and all that, and it was just really depressing. So then we're in line and we're about to go up onto the stage, and then like I could see like the people going across the stage, and I'm like, wow, like they are really close. That's crazy. They're literally right there. So we end up getting up on stage. We're passing his body. This was probably the craziest experience of my whole entire life. I've never seen him in concert. I've never seen him in person ever. So it was just really crazy, I guess, is all I can say. Passing his body as if I'm like his family member at his funeral, like seeing him for the last time, like seeing him for the first and last time in person. It was really crazy. There was a couple of celebrities that I actually saw there, but I know there was a lot more that actually went earlier in the day. This whole event actually went on from 12 to 6. We got there a little bit later, around 3, so by the time we saw him it was around 6. So I'm pretty sure there was a lot more people who were actually famous and his friends that went beforehand. But the people I saw were Ski Mask, the Slump God, which I also listened to. I saw Lil Uzi Vert and No Jumper. He's not like a rapper or anything, but he makes like YouTube videos and vlogs like with other rappers and stuff like that. It was really cool to see. I don't want to keep saying like it was really cool, because obviously being at someone's funeral isn't cool at all, but it was really interesting to see them there and like supporting his family and everything. He had a lot of family there. So yeah, once we passed his body, you went up these stairs and basically out of the convention center. So basically the whole event was just to walk past him and leave. And I know it seems like, oh, like you waited 3 hours in line just to like see his body there for 3 seconds and then you left. But I feel like it was way more of an experience for me, just because I listened to him and I liked him. And like it wasn't just seeing him was the experience, it was like seeing his followers, seeing his fans, seeing his family, seeing other people who support him, you know what I mean? So I think it was all of that together was definitely worth the hour drive and waiting in line for 3 hours, I definitely will remember it for the rest of my life. It was probably the craziest experience of my life. I just feel like it really sucks that he had to pass away just because his past and how aggressive and angry he used to be and the things that he did that were not so good, and then him changing, genuinely changing as a person, evolving as a person, wanting to get his life right, wanting everyone to accept him for who he was and forgive him for the bad things that he has done. I just feel like it was probably the worst timing that, like, it was just bad time, like, out of his whole life when all of this bad stuff was happening to him. He was doing all these bad things, and then once he starts to get on the right track, once he realizes that he's not living the best life, he wants to change himself, he wants to accept himself, he wants to stop being so angry and depressed, then some idiots have to do this to him. I think it just really sucks that that's how his life had to end, but everything happens for a reason, I believe. He touched a lot of people, including myself. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And last but not least, rest in peace, X. You will be very missed by a lot of people. Trust me, a lot. But thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye!